It's time for cheese making. This is pretty much everything that I use. Measuring cup, milk, salt, vinegar, pot to cook it in, another measuring cup, that's for the vinegar, ladle, stirring spoon, and a thermometer. And I have a nice fine sieve over a bowl, a container for the cheese for after, and a cloth for straining it. I use cheesecloth. I use just a kitchen towel because it's made of cotton and I can reuse it, so it works out quite nicely. That's the last scoop. So that's 8 cups of whole milk, because that's pretty much straight out of my sheep. And it takes about half an hour, medium-low. And checking it, obviously, now and again. Also, now's the time to add salt. So I add about 2 tablespoons or teaspoons, sorry, 2 teaspoons of salt. So once the salt is in, I like to stir it gently a couple times just to kind of make sure the salt didn't just all settle at the bottom. And then we wait. I usually set a timer for about 15 minutes and I check it then, and then I start watching it closer after that point. So it's been 15 minutes. 50, 60. So we want it to be at 85. So it's not ready yet, but it's getting there. Another couple minutes and I'll check again. All right, 185 degrees Fahrenheit means it is time to turn off the heat and add vinegar. So 1/3 cup of vinegar. You can also use lemon juice if you wanted to. So you just pour it in and gently stir it around. Once it's stirred in, you want to set your timer for 10 minutes and then check it to see if it's separating. Like you can see, it's already starting to separate, so it'll definitely be ready. Alrighty, here's what it looks like after 10 minutes. So you can put your spoon in and see that separation. Well, that's all cheese, and the yellow is whey. So at this point, I put it up next to my sieve and bowl, and I use a ladle to scoop out the cheese into the sieve. Yeah, sorry, it's hot. Once I have the bulk of it, I will usually just pour the rest on to get the rest of the little bits of cheese. Voila. And at this point, so I just use this to kind of scrape it all together and actually push some of the whey out of it before I put it into my cloth. It's also at this point that if you're going to add anything to it, that's when I do. So like I made a batch with chives in it, so stuff like that. Also a good time to add some more salt while it's nice and hot. And I'll add salt again after I press it. So I'm gonna finish doing this and get it in the cloth. Show you next. All right, cheese ball is in towel. So all you do is you just grab all the ends, pull it all together, and then squeeze it. So you can use a clean rubber glove because it's still very hot. You can see the steam coming off it at this point. Or you can use your bare hand if, as long as it's also thoroughly cleaned, obviously. And I just keep squeezing it until basically squeezing it gets you drips instead of a stream like that. See, I'm squeezing it pretty hard and I'm just getting a few drips. So now it's ready to open up. So it's freshly opened up. And here's my little cheese ball. Ta-da! So I tend to squeeze the cheese back into it because obviously quite a bit falls out. And I put it in my container and I squish it down. Like, you don't have to do this, but I like my cheese to be slightly denser and fit into the container nicely. So if you squish it down, it's a little nicer that way. And then after I press it down, I add a little bit more salt, just a little bit of the top. And that will go in there nicely, and that's it. There's cheese. Done. So this is the chive cheese I made. You can see it's actually fairly firm. And there you go. Beautiful slice of sheep cheese.